Hello everybody and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, where today we're finally taking our first flight in the CJ4 in career. My goodness, look at this thing. It even has its own little eye mask. You know, get a nice good night's sleep. But I really love the walk around here. We got tie downs and everything going on for it. So I cannot wait to finally fly a Citation in career mode. It's gonna be great. So let's go ahead and hop on inside. Well, right off the bat, we have a beautiful view outside the aircraft. Don't worry, I just haven't taken anything off just yet of the aircraft. Just really wanted to dive into it, and oh my. Another plane for us to learn again, because I have not flown this in a while, so this is going to be something else. Really cool. Hello, co-pilot. Ready for a flight in the CJ4? I know I am. Ooh. Look at this. If you're getting a ride in one of these, you're riding in style, that's for sure. Look at these seats. Very nice. Do these open back here? Oh, there's actually a bathroom. Look at that. Oh, okay, so one tie down just gets rid of all of them. Okay. It's kind of disappointing. I was excited to take all of them off individually, but that's okay. And I think that's all the covers done here. Cool. Well, let's go ahead and request boarding here and get this mission started.
Captain will begin boarding on your command. CTA 3510 parking 2 for ground service. Ready to embark passengers.
That was an interesting camera angle right there.
Good morning, Captain.
This thing sounds awesome. Don't mind all the monstrosity that was behind us. I don't know what was going on, but let's get our IFR clearance here. I just can't believe we're actually flying this thing. My goodness, I love it. One thing I've noticed is my frame rate is not very happy in the inside of this aircraft, so I'm just hoping it's because of the airport we're at, and then once we're in the air, we'll kind of smooth things out. Alright, just kind of got everything else set here. We already have nav mode on. We have half bank mode on. I thought I turned that on, but okay, there we go. We're good on that. And perfect. And it seems like my frame rate is coming back as we're leaving this airport, which is good. I'm happy about that. And I think we're ready to go. So, that's all you would want your pilot to say. I just realized this is similar to the ES-30 that doesn't really have any ground noise, which is a bit of a shame. So My only complaint with the ES30 was no ground noise there either. Unless it's just really light, but it seems quiet. So either way, would love to see a boost to that, if it's here or not. We'll get a definitive answer once we're on the runway here taking off. I'm gonna go for 1 notch of flaps. And away we go. Hopefully my frame rate doesn't die too much here. And full power. Oh, there's a bumpy runway here, my goodness. Uh-oh, there's another bump. Oh!
V1, rotate.
Don't mind me. Goodness, get off that runway. Gears up, flaps up. Let's be careful to not go over 250. Perfect. Not sure why we were descending, but that's okay. We went into vertical speed mode and got our climb going. Heading up to 21,000 feet.
Captain, we're in overspeed. We need to slow down.
We're not in we're below that. Oh, that's why we're talking about that. My bad. I just brought it up to... Oh, it's okay. I was just focused on everything else. My bad. And we should be set to the GPS route. We are. Perfect. Getting our first turn out of the way. Let's go ahead and head outside here. We have almost reached our cruise altitude of 21,000 feet. I should have stuck with that 2,000 feet per minute right from the start, but it's all good. We got it under control. We may or may not have received another penalty for going over 250 below 10,000 knots, but I'll edit that out so nobody will know if that actually happened or not. It's fantastic. But yeah, other than that, our frame rate's good like we expected. It was just something weird with that airport apparently. Got another little left turn. Let's look out the window. At the German countryside. What was that? Did you say something? What? Did the plane say? I don't know what the plane just said, but... I'm sure it's nothing bad. Let's go ahead and say hello to our customers here. Oh. Well, at least they're not sticking fully through the aircraft. But, hopefully you're all comfortable, because it seems like it would kind of hurt having a quarter of your head sticking through my paneling of my aircraft. If you did any damage, I'll be sure to pay you guys. Or not pay you, you pay me. I don't know what I'm saying. But anyways, let's enjoy our little do these actually have anything? No? One thing I want to know is how to get auto throttle going on, because we have speed here, but Is that just under FLC mode that it goes into auto throttle? Well, let's try it out. What could go wrong? Okay, that appeared to do nothing. Because there must be some... Oh, there's our emergency lights armed that it was complaining about. Perfect. Now we have no warnings. I just didn't know where that was, so I mean, it was only emergency lights, and I know there's not going to be an emergency because we are the pilot. But let's see here. Autopilot, altitude, yaw, dampener, approach, heading, half bank. Nav, yeah, I'm not seeing anything regarding auto throttle. Because as usual, there may have been overspeed at one point while I was doing some showcase shots, but you guys won't see it, so it's fine. But yeah, I'll have to look into it a little bit more. It wasn't as complicated of a system as I thought it was going to be. One thing I still need to figure out, though, is I need to initialize the position, which I thought was going to be here, because position initialization. Oh. Is this what we want to hit? Ah, there we go. So that's how we initialize our position. Very nice. So that was a lot easier than I was expecting it to. Fantastic. And then again, if you want to do a... Well, I mean, I guess we're just direct to our next waypoint, which is why we don't have much. I did not mean to hit that. Hang on. Because we're halfway there. Our next waypoint is, of course, Alpha Sierra Mike India Golf. And then after that, we're kind of... I mean, probably after that waypoint, we'll start our descent as well. If we don't hear anything from ATC around this point, where we got this little line on Earth, we'll just bail out of IFR and do it ourselves. But if you wanted to do your own flight plan and so forth, when you're flying in free flight, it'd still be cool to have an option to do that in career too, if you want to go into that depth of doing everything. I wouldn't, because I'm already spending enough time in the sim, so I'll just do whatever the sim gives me. I don't really care. But for those that want to deal with it, I just realized, why is this bouncing? What are you okay? What kind of button is this? It's supposed to be the party button. It's just bouncing around. I just realized that. The other one isn't. But this one, it's loving it. But anyways, legs. I mean, it's kind of similar to how like an airliner works. This system here. So this is where you would just put your waypoints in and so forth. I'm not going to do that and mess up everything, but you get the point. Just wanted to mention, now that we have the CJ4 missions, just be aware that the VIP flights that are for these aircraft are still relatively few and far between until Sim Update 2, where they're going to be making the change from these being focused on real life and real world events. It'll be tourist based, so we'll be seeing more and more of these missions available. But hey, at least we're finally able to fly these aircraft that have kind of just been sitting in our list and just creating passive income. So we're getting there, which is exciting. And yeah, so I just thought I'd mention that in case you were wondering. Oh man, see, every time I try to do those shots, I try to make it to where I don't get those pop-ups. And I know you can turn off the boxes, but you'll still see the blue icon, but it's all good. It was still a cool shot, so whatever. Love that the CJ4 has the EFB situated like this. I would still love to have the option to change the orientation in its fixed position, just like you can when you have it popped out like this. You know, where you can be like, oh, I wanted horizontal, vertical. I think that'd be kind of a cool touch, but maybe that's just kind of how it's... Because I just realized... kind of how it's mounted, so there wouldn't... Well, I mean, I guess it could still have the mount, and then you're able to spin it around from the mount itself. But anyways, I still think it would be cool. Whatever, it doesn't matter at this point. Never mind. Just never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. Don't mind me, your pilot has crawled under the instrument panel to check out the wiring system. I was originally going to show the speeds you can go at, but I thought that was kind of cool, seeing all that going on. But right up here is our operating limitations. We have a maneuvering speed of... Oh, that's not... A maximum gear operating speed of 200 knots. And at first I was like, wow, that's pretty fast to be able to bring the gears down, but our stall speed is only 94 knots, so it's a pretty high stall speed. I'm assuming that's what we're talking about there. I guess we'll see when we get the speed tape at our landing. Not sure about flaps. There's nothing that talks about that. We do have speed brakes to keep in mind, so I'll have to figure out what my button is for that. And I'll have to remember our landing lights as well. Perfect. Because at this moment, we are almost to the point where I was talking about where I'm going to go ahead. Oh, look at the reflection, by the way. That's cool. Get to see the windows from the other side. So I just realized we have a waypoint that we're kind of not on nav anymore, so let's bring our heading over and get us back on track. And I think we've reached our point. Yeah, we have. So we're going to go ahead and descend already. Let's bail out of IFR. Oh, that's probably why I never actually tuned to the Berlin Center. Oops, my bad. No wonder we weren't hearing from him anymore. But we're still going to cancel out of IFR anyways. Let's go ahead and get everything set up here. Oh, there it is. So we got our altitude change anyways. I'm gonna go 1,800 feet per minute. But yeah, when they talked to me, I think I was doing more showcase shots or just not paying attention. I just said, yeah, I'll change. So they would have actually given us the correct time frame to descend there.
CDWN 32 Charlie Tango Alpha Tree 510 descend and maintain 8,000 feet.
Did you just... What do you mean 8,000 feet? I'm so glad that that's being worked on as well, where it increases on a descent for some reason. But that is in the works as well. So now that you did that, I'm going to stop talking to you, Berlin. I was giving you praise, and then all of a sudden you're like, no, I'm going to backtrack. Perfect. So we're done with that. Let's see if we can talk. There's actually a lot of airports around, so I mean, it is a major one, so... Nope, not there just yet. Another thing I'd like to see with this whole menu is being able to increase the size. That way you're not just seeing like 3 or 4 items in the list when you're trying to find the airport you're trying to get into contact with. I mean, I guess technically you could just do it legitimately through here too if you wanted to, but still. It would be nice having a larger list. That way, especially when it's always moving around, it'd be easier to find the airport you're looking for in that list. I think that'd be a nice change. There's our airport right here. We are at 12,000. Oh, I think we're actually going to still make it here. I think we're good. At our 2,000 feet per minute. Get this heading a little bit more to the right, because I believe we're landing on the right side of the airport. Yes. 06 right. So all the way on the right side there. Because we have the left runway and that one. Gonna bring our power back just a bit. Here comes 11,800 feet. And I should have looked at the elevation of the airport as well. I'm gonna guess close to 1,000. No, not even close. Close to 141 feet. So we can bring this altitude down to, let's do 2,000 feet. Alright. Disengage autopilot, take control over the aircraft. I made sure I knew what button it was for my spoiler, so I don't have to deal with the mouse or anything like that while we're landing. Just want to get a bit more lined up here. Get our landing lights on already. That way I don't forget that. We still haven't talked to him either, so we need to get that going as well. Echo Delta Delta Bravo. We're still, I would assume we'd be seeing it by now. I mean, there's no reason why we wouldn't. There it is. There it is. Full stop landing.
Berlin Tower CTWN32, Charlie Tango Alpha Tree.
I realize they're like talking over each other recently.
West 5,900 feet with Quebec to land.
So, what am I looking at here? I'm assuming it almost looks like both of these are taxiways, but I would imagine this is a runway here, and then a taxiway on the left.
Charlie Tango Alpha Tree 510.
Yeah, so this is our runway right here. We're good. All is well. Thought I'd get another shot of the gears, you know. Why not? We're about 130 knots. We already have our first bit of flaps in here. We'll see if I can get a second one. We can, and yes, that 97 or whatever knots stall speed is true. I already see the red line coming up the speed tape. Start pointing our nose down just a tad bit more. So gears are down, flaps are down. We need 35 degrees. I looked at the checklist, and we are at 100%. That's not what we want. What does that even look like, full flaps? Oh yeah, we don't... I don't think we need all that. Wow, it's either that or 100%. Okay. So I'm assuming this is 35 degrees. I don't think it shows degrees, though. It says 50, but... we'll just stick with that. Still looking for our first red here.
CTWN32 Charlie Tango Alpha Tree 510 wide 115 at 8. Cleared to land runway 06R.
Oh, hope I didn't mess that up now. Uh-oh, hang on. I think I messed it up.
Cleared to land runway 06.
There we go. We're good. Still looking for our first red. Should be showing up here shortly. I also went full flaps again. Or maybe, did I go back to 50? I don't remember where I'm at now. Okay, we're at 50%. I think that's where we'll stick for the rest of this. Because, I mean, we got good speed control going on. First red should be popping up here any second. There it is. Let's get that second one. There's that. Perfect. We've entered the glide slope perfectly. Oh, I hear the guy. So there must be like the TAWS systems test. He's just really low for some reason. Because I heard his 500. A little low. There we go. That's right, we'll kind of overshoot this threshold we're wanting. No big deal. Idle. Just bring it gently down. Come on. There it is. I think we bounced it a little bit, unfortunately. But hey, at least there's actually sound for the ground. Oh, what are the wheels? What in the world? That must be what they're talking about in the latest update, where the stuff kind of disappears. So that's being worked on as well. But we're here. Wish it would have been a better landing, though. I'm a bit disappointed with that. We bounced it. It's just crazy to me because look how low it feels we are. That's why I was kind of... Because I thought we were going to be a bit taller on the ground there. And hold on, is this where they want us to go? Okay, it is. Just wanted to make sure. I mean, even though there's some times where it's like, oh, go here, and then right at the last second it moves it, and then it's like, oh, you weren't supposed to be, stuff like that. But I think we'll be fine here. Let's get our taxi clearance here.
Ground CTWN 32, Charlie Tango, Alpha Tree 510 taxi to parking. CTWN 32, Charlie Tango, Alpha Tree 510 taxi to gate 55 via taxiway, Mike 8 Bravo, Charlie Victor 2 Foxtrot Charlie, Lima 6 Delta, Lima, 7 cross runway 24, R Kilo 4.
Great. Sounds like you couldn't have given us a shorter taxi here.
Taxiing to gate 55 using taxiway Mike 8 Bravo Charlie Victor.
How far is that?
Charlie Lima 6 Delta.
Almost 2 miles. Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness. And after taxiing halfway around the world, we have arrived. This was awesome though. Hopefully you guys enjoyed doing our first flight in the CJ4 in career mode. Really nice to be able to use these aircraft finally, and it's been a blast, and looking forward to improving upon my landings with it. So we'll park this thing on up, see what our payout should be. It should be about 250,000 or so. Again, I still think VIP flights should see a payout increase, because I feel like they're pretty low even for other aircraft as well. But either way, really cool. I'm not sure why I'm seeing like floating gates around here, but interesting. Berlin seems to have some weirdness going on. I think this is one of the airports that are listed in the list where if you're going over bridges or something like that, you fall through them. I'm glad we didn't run into that personally. But yeah, obviously there's some things to do here in Berlin.
Was a smooth ride. Thanks for the safe travel, Captain. I will recommend your company.
Yeah, you better. There we go. Control-Shift-D, for whatever reason, doesn't shut it off. Just toggle the battery on and off again, and it'll do what it's supposed to. That was worrying. I was like, wait a minute, what's happening here? There we go. Those people walking around always ruin my shots. They always do something weird. Just, I need to block this block out right here. Just nobody needs to see that. We still got 50%. Alright, I'll show it. Unbelievable. And as I was saying, I still think the payout could be better. I mean, this recording is an hour and a half long, so I feel like the payout could use a little bump, for sure. But either way, really awesome that we're finally able to fly the CJ4, make some money off of it rather than it just being passive income. And there we go, everybody. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that, and I will talk to you guys next time. See ya.